Good afternoon, folks. We're doing something a little bit different today. I got a call from a friend of mine, needs a little bit of help in our place where he runs and operates a mill. His silo caught on fire. wasn't blazing on fire, but it caught on fire and it was smoking. It was smoldering inside, but they had to get this silo emptied. He called me wanting to know if I'd go down there and help these guys get this thing emptied out. I had no idea that it was going to take that long. I thought, well, I'd go down there, work 3 or 4 hours, and probably get back. And they might even have it cleaned out time I get there. And I think about 15, 17 hours later, we finally got it out. There was three or four different fire departments down there, and working on this thing. We worked and got this thing. You can see that conveyor pushing that sawdust out. On this side, it was pushing it out, kind of dry, a little bit moist where they'd wet it, but on the back side where they were shooting the water in, it was coming out, just flowing out. The water didn't have nowhere to go, and it would just gush out like concrete pouring out. But what was having to do, real tight area up in here, take that little stand on, that little ditch witch, and go in there and scoop that up, and put it in a bigger bucket, loader bucket, and they'd take it out in the yard and they'd spread that stuff out where they could put water on it out there. But it was just endless amounts of sawdust that was coming out of that thing. We hit a dry spot right there. You can see that stuff just flowing out. We couldn't keep up with it. They would have to stop the conveyor to let us keep up. Then when it would get a spot up in there where it would clog up or it would hang up, they'd have to get up on the other side and they'd have to shoot the walls and get it to fall down and come out. But we moved mulch, not mulch, but sawdust. It seemed like it couldn't ever get done. And got this thing cleaned out. Everybody was give out. Some of those firemen, they'd been down there since the day before when that thing started. They got the call. They didn't leave, and then they did finally get some relief come in. I think about mid-morning on Saturday morning, some guys come in and relieved them. But a real good group of guys down there. Everybody just worked endlessly to get this thing taken care of. But I'm gonna get off here talking and let you look at this thing. I got a few more shots here, is a little better focus, but you kind of get the gist of what's going on. We're just kind of scooping up, turning around, and putting it in a bucket so they could get it out. It's a good little old machine to do this job. About halfway in, I wished I'd have brought the little T-Rex where I'd sit down, but I was give slap out standing on that thing. But I'm gonna shut up now and let you watch this video, and we'll check back in just a little bit. All right, folks, you look at all that water coming out of there. That stuff, like it's telling you earlier, come out like concrete. Just flowed. We're going to get that mess cleaned up. But you see the firemen up there. They would work about 25, 30 minutes up there, working teams of two. And you think, well, they're not doing a whole lot. But when they got down, they was exhausted. They was wrestling that thing up there, especially that guy on the end that was manning that hose. And they'd come down, take their coat and their hat off, and just be drenched in sweat. What is up there wrestling, they swapped off and got some relief. But my hat's off to them guys. They hung in there and stayed with that thing the whole time. And a lot of work right there. It's the video really don't give justice to the magnitude of this job right here. That I call it a job. They call it a call, I guess. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here and quit talking, and we'll check back in just a little bit. All right, everybody, YouTube, out there in the YouTube world. I'm down here at a place I used to do a lot of work for back when I lived there where my kids live now. Get these ramps on before I forget them. That right Right there was a silo that was on fire yesterday. They noticed it yesterday. It was on fire. That was what was burning. That's what we had to get out. I got started last night. I got a call about 9:30, 9:45. I just laid down. A friend of mine called, hadn't talked to him in a while. I said, oh man, I said, he's got the wrong, he's dialing the wrong number. Calling me, he answered the phone. I said, what's going on? I said, you okay? He said, no. He said, I need some help. I said, what's going on? He said, silo's on fire down at the plant. He said, I need a skid steer and operator. He said, is there any way you can go down there and help them guys? And I said, I'm on my way. Well, my little T-Rex was across town. It was over to school. But right there's the mulch pile that we got out. Not mulch. It's not mulch. Hell, I'm talking about the school over there, all that mulch. But that's what we got out of silo. And it don't look like that much. There's, I think he said 4 tractor and trailer loads of sawdust right there. What that is. I don't know if that equates in or equal to you can see it right there, how wide it is. I don't know if that equals to in tons or yards or what. The mulch, we had 100 yards per tractor trailer load, but this stuff's a whole lot heavier. But where I'm going with this, the way it was in there and getting that stuff out, we had 2 little chutes. Maybe I can show you right here. Right over in that area right there. We had 2 little chutes with a thing that was coming out. And a chain that fed the mulch out. But the thing was, it was still burning up in there. They couldn't get to it, and it clogged up in there. Couldn't get to it. Nobody could get up in there with it. It was just gnarly, and it took us, let's see, it's 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. I've been here since, I got here about 11:15 last night, and it took that long to get that mulch out. When I got on that little machine, I'm gonna turn you around here. Maybe figure out this doggone telephone. Here we go. Let me get off my camera here. I'm gonna put you right here. Maybe you can see me right there. When I got here last night about 11:15, I didn't even go talking to them. I just went ahead and unloaded. I just went ahead and unloaded the little tractor, drove up there and started moving this sawdust. And somebody was up on top up there trying to look in, and if they thought they had the fire extinguished, but it's not. It wasn't. It was down in there. Something caught on fire. But where I'm going with this, it was touch and go. And I don't know if it's the protocol or the fire department or what, but with something like that, maybe this fire department, maybe this county, I have no idea. But something like that, they've got to empty that silo out. The guy that called me said that the fire department will not leave until every wheelbarrow load of that sawdust is out of that silo, and it's got to be spread out or put out, and they try to put water on it. But anyway, we got it. It was like a silo that was crapping sawdust. I mean, it just kept pushing it out. Then it would stall. Then they'd have to get in there with water and jet nozzles and air nozzles and blast it off the walls. Stick in big long nozzles in there and blast it off the walls. But anyway, that's what I've been doing for the last 12, 14 hours. Let's see, 12, 14, 16 hours, something like that, last day and a half. But the kicker was, I got up 3:30, 3:45 on Friday. Thank goodness I didn't have a hard day, but anyway, I've been up since Friday morning.
it's 3:30. And a lot of these guys have done the same thing. They've done the same thing. But anyhow, I'm babbling on. I'm going to get on over the road. I think I'm going to go over here and stop and see my mom and daddy on the way home. I got to go right by their house. I'm going to stop and see them for a minute. I was actually supposed to do some work at my dad's this morning. I was going to go hang out with him and help him do a little project. I don't know. I might just go on to the house. I'm tired. And I'm going to try to put this on the big screen. I'm going to go home and get me a cup of coffee. I didn't get my coffee this morning. But I'll tune in to you guys a little bit later.
Hope you enjoyed this video. How about sharing it with your friends, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.